So you're thinking about moving to Centerville, Utah. So in this video, we're going to look at the map. I'm going to show you around Centerville, give you a good idea as far as what's available in the Centerville area, what's available nearby Centerville, how far is it into the Salt Lake area, what's so convenient about Centerville compared to other areas in the Davis County area. So we're going to take a look at all of that. We're going to do it on the map and we're going to get after it right now. If this is your first time to the channel, and if you'd like to know everything there is to know about living in Salt Lake City, Utah, as well as the surrounding areas, then subscribe below, tap the bell for notifications so that you can be the first to know about the current market in Salt Lake City, Utah. Hi, my name's Steve Gilbert. I'm with eXp Realty, and my team and I, we get calls and emails every day from people just like you that are looking for help with making their move to Salt Lake City, Utah, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text. You can always schedule a Zoom call with us. The information, it'll be in the description below. We'd love to help you make a smooth move to Salt Lake City, Utah. So as I mentioned, we're going to take a look at Centerville. We're going to do it on the map. So let's go ahead and jump right into my computer. Here's a look at Centerville, Utah. So Centerville is located up in Davis County. So it's going to be just north of Salt Lake County. So our area in red is our boundary here for Centerville. And our travel time heading down into the Salt Lake area is only about 20 minutes. So I-15 heading south, and that's going to take you straight to the Salt Lake area. So 20 minutes, and you're only going to be about 20 minutes heading to the airport. So the Salt Lake International Airport is over here. You'd get there by taking I-80. Most of the time, you're going to take I-215, the belt route, tie over into I-15, or you do have Legacy Parkway as well. That'll take you straight up into the Centerville area. So a few different ways to get down there. If you're going to be heading up to Hill Air Force Base, which is something that you may need to utilize, and that is up in the Layton area. And so to head up there, you're about 24 minutes. To get up there, there are a couple of different routes. So you got I-15 that'll take you all the way up, and that's going to roughly be Hill Air Force Base right there. Now you can also come up through Fruit Heights up Highway 89 and take this down into the Centerville area. And so, as I mentioned, about 24 minutes to get to the Hill Air Force Base. So I'm going to talk about Farmington Station here in just a minute, but it used to be that Davis County, especially people from Bountiful, Centerville, Farmington, they would all head up to Layton to do their major shopping. There's always been, your local grocery stores and all of these areas, but in this Layton area of Layton Hills Mall, this used to be the main shopping hub for Davis County. They would always head to the mall to do major shopping there. But now Farmington Station is now available, and that's going to be in the Farmington area. And so you'll notice here just north of Centerville and just west of the Lagoon Amusement Park is going to be the Farmington Station area. So let me zoom in here real quick. You can see that's where the Cabela's outdoor retailer is located. And then this is just, there's lots of different shopping from all over. In fact, I personally know a lot of people that live in the Bountiful, Centerville, Woods Cross area. And, when they have shopping, most of the time, if it's not going to Costco or if they're not headed to Centerville for the Walmarts and the Target, this is where they're headed, up here to Farmington Station. So just west of the Legacy Parkway, just west of I-15 right here. But you can see lots of different stores. You've got the Nordstrom's Rack. You've got your REI, which is another camping store, your Harmon's grocery store, your Famous Footwear, your Petco. You've got a Cinemark movie theater here. Several different restaurants, including your barbecue places like R&R Barbecue, your Bustle Kitchen, Cafe Zupa's, the Habit Burger Grill. So lots of different options here. If you're looking to head out for date night or just do some shopping, there's going to be a lot of options there just north of Centerville in the Farmington area. But let's take a closer look at Centerville and show you what's exactly in Centerville itself. So as we zoom in right here, our main Centerville exit, you're going to have the Walmart and the Target. And anyone that's living in North Salt Lake, Bountiful, Woods Cross, even West Bountiful. Most of them are going to come up into Centerville to do shopping at Walmart and the Target there, because those aren't located in those areas. The only thing down in Bountiful is a Costco. So if you want a Costco, you're going to head down to Bountiful for that. But here's what you're going to have right off of this main exit. You do have just west of the freeway, Wild Arrow Archery. I would say, in my opinion, this is Utah's premier archery shop. If you're into archery as a hobby or an archery hunter, this has the best pro shop in the state of Utah, in my opinion, right there. So they'll take great care of you. So when we zoom in a little bit closer, you've got your Chick-fil-A's, your In-N-Out burgers, you've got your coffee shops right there, your IHOP. You're going to have several different fast food restaurants here, your Chili's, a grill and bar. That's all located here. You can see it, scroll down and we look a little bit further to the south. You're going to see the Walmart. You've got your Target, your Big Five sporting goods, all located right here. And most of the shopping in Centerville is going to be located off of this 400 North exit in the Centerville area. And so once you leave this shopping area, that's one great thing about Centerville, is then you just have a lot of residential space. So you can see around this area right here. Let me just circle this right here. But once we get outside of this area, there's not going to be a lot of shopping. And so a bunch of residential is going to become a lot quieter because you don't have people zipping around doing their shopping. But one thing also to mention here is you do have the big Megaplex Theater, which is just directly west of I-15 right there. And so you do have one thing about Centerville here, and let me talk about population real quick before I jump to this. The population is 16,500 people. So it is one of these smaller areas, but that kind of fits that theme of Davis County, of just kind of having that slower, or I should say that smaller population compared to the Salt Lake Valley. One thing you'll notice here is this green area. This is our Wasatch Mountains right here. They are literally in your backyard. In fact, I'm going to show you a couple of pictures online here. You'll see that the mountains right there in your backyard. So there are going to be some hiking options that I'll cover here in just a second. But one great thing about Centerville is not only is it located, it's actually 19 minutes from Centerville down to Salt Lake City. But not only is it that close to Salt Lake City, but it's easy to get to I-15. So there's not much area between Centerville and the freeway. It's not like you're driving all the way through town to get to the freeway. And so, because you've got a mountain range which limits that, and Centerville is going to be our most narrow taper spot, where the Great Salt Lake is directly off to the west. We've got the Wasatch Mountain Range, which is off to the east. And so we have this little narrow area, and that's where Centerville is. Let's take a quick look at some of these areas because if you enjoy taking advantage of those hiking trails, you've got Freedom Park, which is a nice park. You've got this Fire Brick trail. It's also the Bonneville Shoreline Trail, but you can see these switchbacks, and that's a grind if you want to ride a mountain bike up there. But you can grind up those switchbacks, and there's hiking and mountain biking available there. As you come down further south, we've got David Neville. We've got more hiking trails here. As we continue south, you've got Bernard Creek, which you can hike up to. And then you've got Parish Sunset Trailhead. So these are all going to be located right here on the Wasatch Front on the mountain bench right here. And so as I continue a little bit further south, one thing you'll see here is that we have the V, and Bountiful has their version, the B, which is on the mountain. But the V stands for Viewmont High. That is the high school that they'll be attending here in the Centerville area. But this is a place that's not very big, but you can go ride bikes around here, dirt bikes, motorized bikes, side-by-sides, four-wheelers. So you can go and take advantage of that. One thing that's interesting about this is the road that heads up out of Bountiful that takes you up onto the mountain. You can see that area right here in the white. So as you take this up and around, eventually it's going to come to this point, which all the high school kids nickname Makeout Point. It's got these beautiful views. You can see the mountains, the canyons. You can see the Great Salt Lake, the valley below. But this is right above the V right here. So you kind of come out onto this point. You got incredible views. But this is a place, this trail here, and you're not far because this is just here in Bountiful. But this Bountiful road takes you all the way up past the B in Bountiful, takes you all the way up to the Skyline Drive, which is up on top of the mountain. So if you enjoy getting out on four-wheelers, on your four-wheel drive truck, or your side-by-side, or just your motorcycle, dirt bike, there's options up and back of Bountiful and Centerville for that. So there are a few parks within this area as well. You've got your Island View Park over here, and then as we come north, you've got your other community park. This is where a lot of the over here just east of I-15, a lot of ball fields here, soccer fields. You'll always see people out playing on those as well. Then you've got Smoot Park here right in the center. Okay, so that's a quick look at Centerville from the map perspective. Now you'll notice here off to the west here, west of I-15, west of the Legacy Parkway, this is all nature preserve out here in this green area. So there's no hunting allowed out here. It's protected area. There is the Legacy Parkway Trail, which runs along Legacy Parkway here. So when you're walking this paved pathway, you can ride bikes on it and, you know, jog on it. You do have this nature preserve, so it's got this really quiet, you know, nature feel to it. Just to the north of up here in Farmington, if you are into waterfowl hunting for duck and geese, there's your access right there. So Farmington Bay, basically, that's where you'd go to do the hunting for that. So let's take a quick look at the real estate real quick. We do have a median home price in Farmington of $565,000. And so that is going to be higher than the median for Davis County, which is now around $530,000. But that's going to be expected. Typically, the further south in Davis County that you go, the closer to Salt Lake County, you know, the higher the values are typically are. So, you know, Salt Lake County over the last few months, we've kind of bounced between 525,000 up to around 550,000 as a median price. So even compared to that, Centerville is going to be slightly higher than that median as well. And Centerville has a median price per square foot of $257 per square foot. And so let's look at a couple of homes here to show you what you're looking at in the Centerville area. So for $485,000, this would be 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom home built in 1998. And so for the Centerville area, the average lot size is 1/4 of an acre, 0.25. And the average year that the homes are built, 1984. Just real quickly, we're going to take a real quick look inside these. So, you know, very reflective of that. Well, this home was actually built in 1975. So very reflective of when this home was built here. So let's jump at the, take a look at the next home. So this home here, $599,900. Let's take a look inside. It looks like it's been, there's been some updates here with newer flooring, newer paint. Let's look at this kitchen. So newer cabinets in here. You can tell they've got the newer appliances in there. And just looking at some of the specs here, we have this is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath home built in 1973, 2,268 square feet. Heading to the next home here, $695,000, this 2-story. We've got a 3rd-car garage, which is located around back. So, you know, this home, you know, shows dated. It's a 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath home, 3,795 square feet, built in 1995. But, you know, it's got some carpet that's not the most up-to-date here. Let's take a quick look here. It has some wood, looks like some wood pine paneling throughout the home. Carpet in the master bathroom. That's definitely something that you don't see nowadays, but back in 1995, maybe so. And one last look at a home here. So this one's for $820,000. This is going to be built in 1997, 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom, 3,996 square feet. And this sits on exactly 1/3 of an acre. But for $820,000, you're getting a remodeled kitchen, new appliances, a nice island there, a nice granite, nice floors. We'll just hurry and zip through here. Plantation shutters. This is a you know, a really nice home. Shows very well. Nice fireplace there. Go back to that real quick. Okay, so nicely updated. Let's look at the schools real quick. So here are the schools. We are part of the Davis County School District, and they have great schools, you know, especially in the southern half of Davis County. We have the highest ratings here. So Reading Elementary School, that's got an A-. That's going to be one of the elementary schools. Stewart Elementary School has an A-. Centerville Elementary with a B+. Centerville Junior High, that's going to be the junior high for the area. That's got an A- rating. You've got J.A. Taylor Elementary with an A rating there. And then Viewmont High School, which is the high school that you'll attend to, they've got an A rating. So they've got great schools, very strong ratings for schools here in the Centerville area. That wraps up our look at Centerville. One other thing, let me just tell you this real quick, is I mentioned earlier on Station Park, but directly east of that, if you enjoy the amusement park, especially if you head into summertime, if you're looking for things for the kids to do during the summertime, you do have the Lagoon Amusement Park. And that's about, without living in Farmington itself, it doesn't get any closer than living right here in Centerville, because you're on the same side of the freeway, and you can just head directly north and head into the Lagoon area for all kinds of summer fun and amusement. So that wraps up our tour of looking at Centerville, Utah, here in Davis County. And so if you're thinking about making that move, whether it's in 9 days or 90 days, just give us a call, shoot us a text. You can always schedule a Zoom call with us. The information, it'll be in the description below. We'd love to help you make a smooth move to Salt Lake City, Utah, or to Centerville, like we talked about today. And until then, I hope to see you around town.